Yes.
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 Yes, I do.
Yes.
Very familiar, yes.
Negative. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
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 I've heard of it, yes.
Yes, I am. I know the definition of it. I'm not personally familiar with it.
Polygamy would be multiple wives.
A man that has several wives.
I'm not sure if it's the marriage, but I guess it would be the marriage of a man with multiple wives, or I'm assuming a woman could also have multiple husbands as well.
Polygamy. Isn't that where there's like more than one partner in marriage? Polygamy?
Polygamy is one man legally binded and bonded to multiple women.
You have more than one wife or mate.
I believe polygamy is when it is one marriage entered by one man with multiple wives.
The man with the wives that comes on TLC.
Having more than one wife, being married to more than one time.
One man, like 10 women? I don't. I do not know.
No.
Indians.
I do not.
Personally, no.
Some countries in Africa does.
Yeah. I lived in Ethiopia for a year, and the Muslims there would typically have 2 or 3 wives.
I have not. And I don't know anybody, so.
No.
Not me.
No, we don't. No, we don't know of anyone.
Yes.
I had a friend that tried, but it didn't work out real well.
No, sir.
Yes, actually I do. My godfather, he's Muslim, and he has 3 wives. Like in our eyes, it seems seen as negative, but in their culture, it's actually a very positive thing. So I guess it depends on whose eyes you're looking it through. But for what I know, because I'm familiar with the culture, I actually kind of see it as a positive. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No, I don't. I don't even know what the right circumstances would be.
No.
No.
I feel like, and my wife will agree, no, polygamy is not for me.
No.
No, because we're married too, so no.
No. No.
It's a sin.
I would never be interested in polygamy, no.
I could barely put up with one woman, let alone multiple ones.
I would have to call it a negative practice. It seems pretty non-biblical to me. Marriage is a one-man, one-woman thing. But even if you went back to the Old Testament and there were, circumstances in way previous times, those would not be applicable to modern times, I don't think.
For me personally, it would be a negative practice, but I believe that if somebody finds enjoyment in doing that in their own separate lives, as long as they don't branch out and kind of project their beliefs on other people, kind of to each his own.
I find it more negative than positive. Just don't think you should have more than one wife. I think it's uncool.
I really am not in the position to say, mostly because I've grown up in a culture where it's not a norm. Now, in the Bible, it was kind of a norm for some people and not for others, and in some ways it seemed like, God was cool with it in the early Old Testament, and in other ways it didn't. So I'm not in the position to say, but personally, it would be a negative thing for me.
I believe it's a negative practice just on the fact that it hurts both partners in the relationship, or all 3, I guess, in this case, because you can't spend more than 1 minute with one and then you have to spend time with the other, and that just makes it difficult. So
That's actually a hard question, because in America, I don't think it's at all positive, but in cultures where in Ethiopia, it wasn't a negative thing. I think that as a woman I would never want that, but when they've grown up in that culture, it's not necessarily something bad.
I think it's a negative practice. Well, I guess to me, sleeping with more than one person is just disgusting in general.
I definitely feel it's wrong. I feel a relationship has to do with 2 individuals, and once you go out of exceeding that limit, the relationship kind of diminishes. So.
Negative.
Same, yeah.
Causes too many problems.
That and it's like for what I believe in, God made one person for another person. So
I'd say polygamy is negative.
Negative?
Yeah.
For Christians.
Well, yeah.
And
The
the
Bible
Bible
states that it's a relationship between a man and a woman.
Doesn't say a man and women.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it depends in what sense. I mean, from an evolution point of view, you're securing your genes more securely to future generations, but to a moral, I guess, Christian point of view, I don't think it's a good thing to do. Yeah, so probably not.
That's a good question. It really is one of those scenarios where it depends on what point of view you have on it, or how it affects you or the people involved.
Yeah.
In some instances, people that practice polygamy are clearly satisfied with their lifestyle, and then on the other hand, the people that monogamous relationships have quite of a more bitter view toward polygamy. So it's a double-edged sword.
It depends on how you live your life.
I think that now it's negative because I feel like people would take it to their advantage and use it for like just pure pleasure purposes, and just like everything in the world, if it could be something good, then it gets twisted to be something evil, and it's just like our human nature to do that. So no, I don't think it could be a negative. I mean, I don't think it could be a positive thing at all.